again. I continue a new module for 1 week because we already led, as I mentioned. So previous video I teach on our module 3, and our module 4 basically we already cover. If you check your CI, our module 3 we already covered it all until the traits concept. And of course for module 4 we already did it in the first early beginning of our semester, and I already touched on the installation MPI in Linux, and then we did also on the C or C++ programming in Linux, which is under compiling and executing. And we did the exercise also, and you check that in your e-learning I did also put this module 5 under MPI, if you check, and I already go through in our previous class. So maybe you can look into our previous video, there is about a module 5, but today in this video I will also do some revision on this module 5 because it's just a little bit only, which is covered on MPI, which is we already covered it, and it is on the compiling and executing MPI process and program. Lab exercise 1 you already submit, all of you already submit, 37 students. And in module 5 there is a lab exercise 2, but we're not going to touch it this week. We're going to finish our module first until module 6 for this week. So I hope that we can finish it, because in this short video we only cover on module 5, and on Wednesday on our class I will cover it all from MPI data type until MPI non-blocking point-to-point communication. And about our quiz too, I still cannot manage to find out whether I can give you another 5 minutes or not, because we try to search, I with Dr. Ismail try to search how to delete the second attempt. So the second attempt, if I delete, I'm afraid that it deletes it all with the first attempt. So either I stick with the previous marks, or I give you extra marks on your quizzes for extra 5 minutes. So later on I will also discuss with Dr. Ismail about that. So straightly let's go to our module 5. Okay, so maybe I can show you in the e-learning side. If you check on your e-learning, there is a file name as MPI, module MPI. If you click it, then you can see this is the one that we already cover. So I already done it before this, but yeah, I want to do some revision on this also. So under module 5, it is introduction to MPI programming. So there is a cover on elements of MPI paradigms and the MPI basic routine, basic MPI program, compiling MPI program, executing MPI program, and lastly the basic MPI program practice. So we already looked into the elements in MPI paradigms in our previous class. I don't know whether it is synchronized or unsynchronized class, but yeah, we already touched in all this module. So there is over here, this is the meshes, communicator process, and this one is quite similar to previous topic under your module 3. So about process, a process is consists of instruction set, which is program, and also private variable. Also, we already looked into. So variable of each process are private. So please take note on these sentences. It's very useful. And process is unique and it's identified by a rank value. Of course, we also already discussed on this. And on the communicator is the communication domain of the processes, and the processes are allowed to communicate with other processes in the same communicator only, but the process may belong to more than one communicator. So this also the key notes or key value for the communicator. By using the different communicator for each of the process group, no message will be ever interfere with the message destined to other group. So this is all the commands in the MPI. What is the purpose of all these commands? So first command is on MPI -com-world. This is a default communicator. So let's say I show you the architecture. So this is your communicator. It is a default communicator. I repeat again, so you need to take note that all of your ranks and all your message is under your MPI-com-world, which is your default communicator. And it is defined to include all the processes include in the parallel execution. So you can have your rank 0, rank 1, rank 3 and rank 2 over here. It is the processes, but you can have the parallel processing in one time at the default communicator and the MPI-com world. And go back to the slide. Okay, then there is also another basic MPI routine, which is integer MPI init, which is INIT, integer Alex char AUG. So you need to take note on this. What is the purpose is to initiate the parallel computation. Another basic routine under MPI is to determine number the process for this command, and to determine the rank process using this MPI-com-rank command, and finally to shut down the parallel computing you use the init MPI finalize. So you were given this source code previously. I already give you this code, and of course I also already asked you to try to deal what is the error that defined after you try to run and execute this coding and etc, right? If you still remember. So this same coding, you can see that it is under one MPI world, MPI-com-world. So there is several, which is normally you use first MPI init, MPI com-size, and then MPI com-rank, and also MPI finalize. All of these command you use in this coding. And lastly, you will close it with the MPI finalize. So that's why you will be having the expected output of these sentences. So last time there is cases that I cannot get the output of 4, right? But one of your friends saying about that setting, so I will finally get it all the output. So thank you very much. And there is another coding which is on this source code. I think I already asked you to try it also. Please play around with this source code and look into all these basic routing under your MPI. So you need to use all this basic routing for you to make familiar with all this command. So where is it? Okay, over here. So if you check your CI, if you check your CI, you will notice that you already submit the assignment 1 for this coding, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, yes, this one. And there is another source code over here. I want you to do the same, but not this week. I will give you time to do it after your test. Test one. After your test. So I just mentioned about this first, so that we can prepare. And then about the message special model, this is for your coding over here, which is you have ranking 0, 1, 2, 3. And what is your expected output? You can see over here, you print out the welcome greeting process, rank, and etc. And how it's inside over here, it's all in npi.com, not .com, npi.com world. And you have the basic MPI command also. And before you end up, you will having the MPI finalized. So this is on the model for representing this coding. Of course, I think if you run, there is some warning of error. Please try to find it out whether you can run it and get the exact expected output. And this one we already cover, how you need to build, how you need to execute the MPI command. Not command, programming. So I hope that you already know it. And this one in on to build, and this command on the executions, how you're going to run and execute the MPI file or program. So there is a few command for you to use. MPI run, and then -np number of process. This one we already try. So don't say that you didn't know about this, because we already tried it. And I already also show you the video on this example. I don't know whether I record it or not, but it is in our class. And then this is another one, which is you have the number of process, and then minus host file and your execute file also. So there is the MPI basic exercise, which is supposedly you need to submit and try. But don't worry, don't focus on this exercise first. I just want to finish all the module 5, or although we already covered it. And next I will cover module 6 on our Wednesday class. So thank you for your attention and have a good day.